All right, there we are. Tonight we're going to have a special guest. Well, he's not a special guest, but he's going to give us a demonstration. So stay tuned for that. As long as everything goes okay. Good evening, Steve. I hope Gary comes on so he can watch the chat because I can't see that all the way across the room. Ooh, tiny. Let's see here. But usually, Gary's the first one in, but he's been beaten out before. Peter Bauer beat him out last week. So we'll give it a few minutes and hopefully somebody comes in because I'm terrible at opening these things. Charles did a great job opening. He had a spiel that he had written up, and Charles did a good job. But like anything else, he got tired of doing it for nothing. I couldn't pay him. I mean, we gotta we gotta have the income to pay the guy. So the the link to this live stream is posted at the bench on the Stunt Hangar forum. And if you'd like to be a member there, you go to stunthanger.com/SMF and register. Hey, we got Steve Smith tonight. That's good. Maybe he'll get his camera going. There we go. What's up, Steve?
Oh, Bob. Been too darn cold to go flying.
You think? Rain, cold, wind.
Yeah, just not good for flying.
Nope.
And of course, I'm not building anything either. So.
Yeah. Whose fault is that?
That's what I should be doing.
Yeah.
Well, we got 11 watchers.
Here comes Gary. You're slipping, falling down on the job. You're second again this week.
I
Somebody
know.
beat it, bless.
I got a bad cold, and so
Oh, no.
I'm out of it. Yeah. So I'll stay with you for a little bit, maybe.
That started last Friday, didn't it?
Yeah,
I think they get worse as you get older.
probably.
D. Barry, 1976, says Monday night evening, Sparky, I may be the next CAD guy for Pampa doing stuff for articles and such.
Oh boy, aren't you lucky?
I'd like to know what he means by that.
Well, they're going to start a plan service.
Oh, that'd be good. Does anybody know if there's anything on the AMA website worth having? They're having a planned sale now.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, planned that we're in. You have to just look.
Yeah.
Go on there and look at their catalog. While Stuart's in the dark.
All right. Let's get in there. Log in.
I got to work tomorrow, so I can't stay on too late.
Oh, you got something to do tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. Make a couple of bucks before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Greg Stone won for president of the AMA.
Whoever
He
that is.
was the District 10 guy. he had the most positive, in my mind, the most positive statement. Randy Cameron, of course, retained his. Oh, wait a minute. He came in second. Eric Williams came in third. I thought Eric's statement was the most negative.
So who won?
Greg Stone. Greg Stone from
And is he a
District
control
10.
line guy? No.
Oh, I don't think any of them are or were.
Or ever flew a model?
Let's see. Well, it wasn't a District 6 election, so. All right. So how many members are in AMA?
Have no clue.
Roughly 100,000?
No clue.
Probably. It's at least 100,000.
Ask Chat GPT or whatever. Google it.
Okay.
How many active members in the Academy of Model Aeronautics?
Over 195,000 members. Okay.
Times that times $90.
Greg Stone got 2,300 votes. Randy got 2,200 votes. Eric Williams got 1,900 votes. That's less than, what was that, around 6,000 total out of 190? Tells you how much people are paying attention to that.
Let's see here. Now the dues are $90, but they got some life members and so
Oh, you got life members, you got guys like me that, contest directors.
What is yours? 75?
It's half. Plus I get you get an old guy discount too.
So we'll say the average number is $60. 186,000. Clear. 186,000.
Would you get 186, 195,000? Oh, you're cutting it down for even at 186,000. Yeah.
186, 1, 2, 3 times $60. That's only $11,160,000 a year.
Yeah.
They're whining about money and a fee for the contests and shit, trophies.
Let's see.
Plus they're sharecropping.
Approximately 57,000 of total members are youth under 19. So that would drop it somewhat. They don't pay, I don't think.
Yeah.
I have no idea how much that magazine costs to produce, but I bet Bob Hunt could tell us.
They're knocking down 10 million a year anyway. Most of that goes to the executive vice presidents and they got big salaries.
I don't know about that. I thought they were volunteers.
Yeah. See, but Google, how much does the president of the AMA make? That's ridiculous. $11 million a year.
The executive compensation for the president is $248,079 in 23.
Okay, so we'll say 250,000. For doing what? I bet he don't break a sweat. I bet he hadn't cleaned the bathroom. He hadn't done nothing. That money is spent on lobbyists.
Yeah, the district vice presidents are unpaid. Those are volunteer positions,
Right?
so they don't get paid.
Yeah, district vice presidents. But
Yeah,
the president, and I'm sure there's assistants and crap, the office people, they're making good money. Like I say, plus the share crop that they do. I don't know how much they get out of that.
AMA has a staff of 55 employees.
Highest and lowest paid. That's what you need out of that. What is the highest? What is the lowest? Then we'll average it.
All public knowledge, it's published on their various things.
And when I figured this number, it was at the low end.
Yeah.
$60, not 90.
They aren't good. Assistant director earns around $23.57 an hour. That's probably less than Sparky makes on a good day.
Well, $23.50 an hour. Oh,
Well, you're only paid when you're actually doing something, though.
right.
You actually have to be turning a wrench, or a
Time.
screwdriver, or something.
Yeah, times 40.
Education coordinator and copy editor make approximately $39,691 and $42,000 annually. The foundation director has a salary range of $104,000 to $194,000.
For doing what? That's what I want to
Begging
know.
for money.
Yeah.
That's what the foundation director does. And a director role is estimated around 57,000.
Well, the one that makes 23 an hour makes 47,000 a year.
Yeah. Ain't nothing nowadays. Of course, in Muncie, it probably goes pretty far.
I don't think Muncie is as cheap as Missouri, do you?
Well, gas isn't as cheap, but I think other things are probably.
Going out to eat ain't exactly cheap up there either.
No, you got that right.
I know one thing, whatever money they're making, they sure ain't spending a heck of a lot of it on maintaining the roads.
That's interesting. They're showing expenses of 10 million.
Yeah, that means they're only taking $1 million profit, which is nonsense.
Well, it's not it's a non-profit. They're not supposed to have a profit.
Okay, that whatever.
Whatever they take in, they're supposed to spend it all.
Right. They're supposed to spend it all.
Well, that leaves $1 million they're not spending.
Well, the revenue, this is all 23 is the latest that's online. Revenue was 9 million then. So they actually lost 900,000.
I doubt that.
Let's see.
That's called creative accounting.
How's everybody?
Oh,
Good.
hi, Stuart.
Where have you been?
Oh, I don't know.
Good
Around.
to see you, Stuart.
Yeah. Kind of took a break from flying and everything this last few months. So,
where's your little fat buddy? We hadn't seen him on here in a long time either.
oh yeah, I don't know what he's up to much. I haven't talked to him much. So,
I don't know what he and Naomi are up to, but I wonder if we're still flying every day. Good gracious.
um, he
This
has.
time of year it's cold.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
cold now. Like a couple of weeks back, 3 weeks ago or something. I don't know. I talked to Brad, and he's been flying. So, but
It's a tough hombre, I'm telling you.
I
Is
kind
he
of
mad at me or what?
Sorry, no, I don't know. He's just busy. They were gonna move. And then they ended up not. So it's like they kind of had stuff packed to go, and then so now
Wow.
they're staying. So he's been busy, but
Be anybody moving if they've been in their home any length of time.
Oh,
That
man.
is a job. My God, what a job.
yeah. So he's staying, I guess. So, which is good. Glad he is.
I hope they're doing all right. He's one of my favorite people. He's just a neat guy.
Yeah, he's doing okay. Well, I'm gonna listen in, and I'm gonna do some painting here.
Oh, you're
Painting?
actually working on something, huh?
Wait a minute, you're doing painting?
Yes, it's for my
All right,
trailer.
how are you able to do this?
For your
With a brush.
trailers.
I think
So
I'm gonna
it's-
use a roller.
Oh, it's not
Oh,
it's not an
okay.
airplane.
No,
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I'm painting some plywood to go inside my trailer.
Oh, okay.
So
I've got to do that next spring too. I found out I sprung a leak in the roof and it dripped down one side, rotted out a piece of wood right over the wheel well on the inside. So I got to take that piece of wood out and replace it.
Yeah. So I'll just listen in. See. No, I don't want it done tonight. So
I'm gonna electrify my trailer for next year at Brodak. Get a couple solar panels to put on top of it. 200
Oh,
watt,
put some lights on the outside, inside, both.
both. Of course, I don't know why we're never there after when it gets dark. But at least I'll be able to run a computer and charge phones and batteries and bullshit.
Yeah, there you
hey,
go.
Sparky,
Yeah,
you should look into. I don't know. The solar panels. They now have one solar panel that you can actually it rolls on. It's got a sticker. In a sense, it's like a sticker. You peel it and you roll it right out.
yeah,
Huh.
flexible.
How about that?
It's just rolling or peel and stick kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what
So,
I'm getting.
oh, is it?
Oh.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
already know about them.
Yeah, put it on
All
the
right.
roof.
Yeah. Let me know how you make out.
Yeah,
It'll be a while.
that could be a video project.
It'll be a while. Probably when it warms up.
Yeah.
It must be warm where Joe's at. He ain't got a coat on.
I got the
Yeah.
heater running in the hangar. Oh,
He's
yeah,
in the
you're in-
hangar.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a jacket of some kind on.
I've got an extra shirt.
Extra shirt. There you go.
Extra. Colleen's having bunko, so boys have to leave.
I believe, but that's
Come with the
Bob
hangar.
Hunt coming on. He may have some connection problems in his
I
base.
don't remember seeing that duck that's over your shoulder, Joe. What's that?
Me?
Is that something new?
Where you looking?
Right behind you. There.
Oh, that's that chicken thing. The grandkids had a birthday. Colleen
Oh.
made that chicken like in that movie.
Oh,
I forget the name of that movie, but that's what that is. Colleen made that chicken. So Ben says, "Can we keep it here?" I said, "Well, yes, you can keep it here."
Minecraft.
Minecraft. That's exactly right. That's it.
Yeah, it's a big deal movie with the kids.
Oh my goodness, yes. They just
It's a
love
big
that
deal
nonsense.
video game, period.
Yeah, I think
My
it started as a
Is it?
video game. Yeah.
My
I'll
grandson
be
plays
darned.
that all the time. Mm.
Oh,
Bob dropped out.
He'll be back.
iPhone 4, you're on your iPhone, huh?
I'm on my iPhone. Can you hear
yeah.
the heater running in the hangar? Does it bother anything?
I
No.
can't hear it.
Okay, good.
You want me to put your name in there for you?
Yeah,
I just figured out how to do that.
Oh, you
please.
did? Cool.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can. Hi, Bob.
Certainly. Hey,
Can you
Bob,
see-
how are you?
Good. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Yeah, you're in a real skinny little window, but yeah.
let me turn it this way.
Hey, there you go.
That's
Now
right.
you're full
That's
size.
right.
I got to figure out. I'm on my wife's iPad. And I got to figure out how to get to the gallery thing.
What the heck is behind you, Bob?
That
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is that
that.
thing?
that's a sweet sweep. I'm in my shop tonight.
Was it a vacuum cleaner?
Huh?
No,
A vacuum cleaner? What?
No,
Old time stunt.
that's it's a old time combat airplane.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Yeah.
that is
Sweet,
interesting.
sweet. Yeah, those are cool.
Now I'm looking at my television and I don't see myself because I have you on the television here on the other side of the room, and I can't see myself on there.
Delay.
Huh?
Delay. You'll be on there.
Oh yeah, there's a delay
Okay, got it.
because you got
Hey,
YouTube
Joe.
on the TV.
Joe, is your name changed on your end?
It is.
It is. It says Joe G.
How
Yeah.
about that?
You're awesome, Parker. You're awesome,
Wow.
dude.
Yeah, Bob's on there now. On YouTube.
I know exactly where he's at.
This is my little sweet sweep.
Oh,
It's
okay.
neat looking.
See that from when it was sitting on the wall, that clear part, I didn't think was there. I
Yeah,
thought
you
it was
couldn't
just
see-
the
You couldn't
red.
see the white part. All you could see was
Yeah.
the red, and it was
I was like, wow, how could that
really
fly?
wicked looking.
See the inlet in the nose for the
Yeah,
How
air.
about that?
that's right. You did start out flying combat, didn't you?
Oh yeah, for years and years and years at the Nationals too. Back in '61. I didn't fly this, but when they had that vintage combat thing that Tom Luciano started, I decided to build this. I always wanted to build one of these.
That is really neat.
Yeah, the two guys, Lester Brogan and Hale. I think the other guy's name was Hale. And I read the magazine article and thinking, well, these guys must be like aerodynamic engineers or older guys. Well, it turns out when they designed it, they were like 14 years old.
Wow.
Where
Yeah,
the
look
lead, how do
cool.
lead outs come out of that? Do they? Oh, way in the front.
Yeah, and I have a little adjustable thing here too.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
That is
Remember
interesting.
Remember when Frank McMillan brought
Can you,
his
can you make it
Magnum
big?
to?
Can you make it big, Sparky?
Yeah, make them
Yeah, you're big. Whole page.
There we go.
Now you can see.
Yeah, it's got adjustable tip weight, adjustable lead out. That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's got the whole-
sophisticated.
Got the whole. It's got little air inlets in the nose.
Yeah.
It's neat.
Adjustable tip weight box.
Mm-hmm.
Adjustable lead outs.
Yeah.
It flies.
Lead outs remind me of Frank McMillan's Magnum when he came to VSC, and he had one lead out came out of the leading edge.
Yeah, I flew that airplane. That was a good flying airplane. So I built this kind of on a whim, and I electrified it. So those guys were
Oh, that's what the button is. It's electric now.
Yeah. electric. Yeah,
Ah.
I built it right. Get go with electric. And it's got air cooling for the battery and everything.
Oh.
Yeah,
Very neat.
fun little
Yeah.
airplane.
Very neat. He always comes up with the coolest toys.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a while since I've been able to do this in the shop. Yeah, I see myself on TV now on the delay.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaky.
Mhm.
See, I don't have a delay because I'm streaming it, through. So mine's instantaneous, but everybody else is running probably a minute behind.
Gotcha.
I see.
Mhm.
The electrons got to go farther for you guys.
Yeah, so I'll give you a little tour around my shop.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Some of my airplanes there on a rack.
Got some nice planes.
See if I get back far enough, you can see them all.
Now he's at the street right now, probably by the door, huh?
Yeah, over the door. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us what they are, top to bottom.
Well, one on top is the old Genesis Extreme. One just below it is the Caprice. One below that is the Wildfire Twin. And then if I get over to the other side here and get into there, that one on top is that twin that Sparky and I kind of, battled back and forth on. The Genesis that I flew at the Nats last year. And the Turning Point Twin.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's Junar over in the corner.
Yeah, that's Billy's Junar. Yeah, let me see if I can get a shot of that. There it is.
I'm a darn.
Yeah. You had something that was green up there?
And that's Jim Kostecki's original Talon.
Ah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I got
That's pond scum green. That's
Greg
the,
Meyer.
that's the,
Greg Meyer gave it to me, and I got to try to rebuild it. If I can't rebuild it, I'm going to duplicate it. Hopefully, get it in the AMA museum. And then over there,
did you do a foam wing for that?
no,
No.
that was the green airplane.
Yeah.
No, that's an I-beam wing built with full ribs.
Oh, it's an I-beam. Okay.
That's an I-beamer. Yeah. And then over here, is a little Bob Barron looking thing I built.
yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I recognize that one.
Part of my balsa supply.
Ah, there's your lumber
Part of
yard.
it, and here is
More lumber.
More lumber. There's more lumber under this table. It's hard to see. And there's more bunch of airplane stuff in here.
Didn't you feature that red airplane there on the video?
Yep, that's Mike Spedelier's airplane. His widow gave it to me. That's the professor. He flew that in advance at the 1992 Nationals. And
that's Japanese tissue, right?
That's Japanese tissue. Yep.
Hmm.
No paint.
Well, yeah, there's paint.
Wow.
The red is paint, and the silver is paint. But
Okay.
the rest of it is, that dull red is Japanese tissue. It's a gorgeous airplane.
Yeah.
It is.
Weighs nothing. And then there's a wing on the table, and bunch of stuff. Got my new twin here on the board.
Oh, neat.
Ah.
It's gonna be a pretty airplane.
Oh. That's sort of the Cook's tour.
Yeah.
Very nice, Bob.
Yeah. That was interesting.
I came on tonight down here because I've been working on a wing for a guy, and I'm up to the point for indexing and making the sheeting. And I thought you guys might like to see how I make sheeting, but I'll wait for a few more people to come on and see if they're interested. And if so, then I'll just demonstrate that.
All right.
So, anyway.
Show us how to build it. We'll watch. We'll learn.
Well, it's just my way of doing it. There's a million different ways to do it, but I got one way of doing it.
I can tell you this. Don't do it the way that it's shown on my channel by Tom Dixon. Isn't that right, Steve?
Yeah, that didn't work out real well. That was kind of a pain.
What are you doing? What was he doing?
Well, you didn't attach the pieces of ball, and you didn't
glue. You didn't glue the balsa together before you
together.
put it on.
Yeah, and then you you put it on and taped it, and
Use Gorilla Glue.
yeah, it was. I think it
Oh,
was
Lord.
heavy and not easy. Of course, nothing's easy for me, so I don't know.
You ain't the only one, dude.
Well, I tell you what, Tom can build fast and he can build accurate, but he does not worry as much about weight as Sparky does. It's
Well,
Tom.
the best way to do it the way Bob's going to show you, because that's how I do it. I followed him.
We
I'm
talking
watching
putting
what
sheeting
happened-
together,
What's that?
putting sheeting together.
Well, indexing it on the wing, how to actually put it on the wing and lay it out properly, and then also
Oh, yeah. Okay.
to glue it together. And I mean, my way. There's other ways, but I'm going to show you the way I've been using for the last few years.
Well, I've been doing it one way you showed me years ago. We'll see what you're doing now.
Yeah, I've tried several different, but they don't work. I just think this is the best I've tried using the Tight Bond 3. I really like
Yeah,
that. I like that.
I like that because it's sandable.
It's
It
sandable,
actually does sand.
and it stays molten longer. I mean, it stays liquid longer.
Yeah.
It doesn't cure quite as fast. And when it does cure over about 3 or 4 days, it's waterproof.
Hmm.
So if you're going to make like skins up to do molded shells or something, and you throw them in the hot water, they won't come apart.
Yeah, that's
That's
kind of
a
what I like
positive
about
thing.
them.
That's a positive thing.
Well, I'm doing it the way that you originally did it with the CA, on the tape
That
on your finger.
That works.
Yeah, it works.
I have nothing bad to say about that method. I just got into doing it this way and like it. It just works for me.
Let me ask you this. Tom Morris used to put things together with dots of white glue. He
Mhm.
never glued anything fully. He just put dot, 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 dot of white glue. Do you think that's lighter than CA?
What do you mean dots? Where do you put the dots?
If you got a rib cap or whatever, he would just dot them every half inch.
Oh no, I do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, Mike Rogers. I'll be right back.
Let me mute him up.
I
Okay.
always kind of questioned that. That was something that he showed me that I like the whole thing covered. Then the plane is glued together instead of being, flexible. I don't really like the idea of the plane being flexible.
What do you got there, Joe?
Elevator for a madman. No, yeah, stabilizer for a madman.
But there ain't much to it.
No, it's not a big airplane.
You gotta
I've been
unmute
piddling,
yourself, Bob.
piddling.
That one's big enough. It's got to be the
Hold
56
on,
variety.
hold on, guys. Bob, you gotta unmute yourself. No. It's a little microphone down at the bottom with a line through it. We didn't want to put your personal phone call out to the internet. You're looking for a microphone with a line through it, and just click on that and it'll unmute. I
It's on the
can't do
bottom.
that from yeah, it's on the bottom. Joe, you got an iPad. Tell them how you do it.
It's on the bottom somewhere. Just touch the screen, and it'll come up. Bottom left corner for mine is.
There you
There
go.
are.
Just touch Sparky in the chin.
I'm learning how to use my wife's iPad, so
It's all good.
Hey, I got a drawing here I just found. This is one of the airplanes I want to build. I don't know if you can make it big for a second, Spark.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's interesting. What is that?
It's just a design,
Oh, it's nothing. Not a real airplane. It's
Well, it will be eventually.
a real model.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Kind of looks like a reworked Saturn to me,
Yeah,
except
it's got
all
some-
in line.
And the stab has got a little, the rudder's got a little influence. Yeah. I mean, all my
Yeah.
airplanes have sort of that same influence.
Good looking model.
Thanks.
Let me see if I can get I'm gonna do a short here and see if we can't get some more people in here. I'm gonna mute myself for a second so you guys carry on. Mute.
Carry on. There's a song.
Yep. Crosby, Stills and Nash.
My wayward son. Yep.
That's
Well,
Kansas.
That's a different one. Carry On was on the Crosby, Stills and Nash album.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We won't sing it because then Sparky will get a strike.
Not good. Yeah.
No, we don't do that. Besides, my singing ain't what it used to be.
Funny.
I went to an audiologist this week. Was supposed to have gone this past week. I was supposed to have gone last Monday, and I got up and got ready to go and was going to be there at 8:00. And they called me at 7:30 just as I was getting ready to head out the door and said the audiologist is sick. We'll have to put it off until Friday. So I went in Friday for an audiologist appointment and got there, and the guy came in. They had me sign all the paperwork, which means they're going to get paid from the insurance company. But the guy said I needed to go see an audiologist. I said, well, I thought that's where
That's
I was.
what I was doing.
Yeah. And
man.
I still can't figure it out. Now I got to wait till the 5th of December to go see an audiologist. So I'm confused. I mean, I don't think there's much they can do for ringing it.
I didn't even know you drove an Audi.
Yeah, I don't.
Ask for your money back. What you should do.
Well, it wasn't my money. It's the insurance
Yeah, it
company's
is.
money.
It's your money too.
Well, I don't pay copays, so I don't know.
Somebody
But
paid the bill, and it's called the taxpayers.
Yeah,
That's us.
no, it's not the taxpayers. It's in this case, it's the insurance company. It's all a result of an accident. Once you're in an accident, they run you through all kinds of hoops just to
Make money.
I think they just try to waste your time.
To make money.
Well, yeah. Joe, you haven't already shaped that down? You getting ready to cover it yet?
Yeah, I'm ready to
Oh,
cover
okay.
it. Yeah, it's shaped. It's a good
Oh,
look.
okay. Okay, yeah, it is.
It is, yeah. It's the rudder.
What motor are you gonna put on that thing?
I think I'm going to put a Rojet 61 cast case. Just because I got one.
God,
It won't
that's
need
a
it,
lot of
don't it?
power.
Well, yeah, but I can turn a big prop slow. I ain't got to use it all. It'll sound good too.
Does a Rojet?
Pull it, but you need to wait up there anyhow.
Yeah, you need to wait. I put a Merco 61. I'm putting a Merco 61 in front of mine, and it's strictly because it does need the nose weight.
Needs nose weight. It is fun.
Build that tail as light as you can build it, because that's a short little nose.
The whole thing's not very big. It's a silly little fuselage.
And what I love is when you get it all together and get it out there on the end of the lines, it looks like a real little airplane.
It's cute as a bug.
Yeah, it is. That's the reason I built one. I just thought they were cute.
The tank's back over the wing on mine. Not what you're doing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The leading edge nose.
I kind of wish now
6 inches.
If I had started mine a year later, it wouldn't have a Merco in the front of it. It'd have an electric of some sort.
Oh,
now it's got a Merco.
Not on old time. It's got to make noise.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking.
I thought about a Fox 59, but then you got.
That's too light, Joe.
That's too light?
I figured out what I'm going to do with this motor here. I'm going to build a profile for next year. A big profile.
What is it?
Rojet 65.
Oh, man. The Profile Unlimited.
Yeah.
Get one of Don Hutchison's plans that you like. Increase it 7 or 8%. Put that pig on, then you'll have an airplane, boy.
Zerker.
Yeah, I don't have a backup engine. This thing's been nerfed up, so I'll show you this. So I'll do that. I'll use this. If you look, I hate when people do that. See how they've nerfed up the motor mounts?
Yeah.
Just use great big thick washers on top, or get
It'll
a
be
piece of aluminum put on top of it.
It'll be fine, but
It's fine. I can tell you who can fix that in a New York minute.
yeah, real good.
Scott Dinger. He'd weld them holes back up so quick it'd make your head spin.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Case would fix it too, but that's going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't. Is Scott Dinger doing anything?
I don't know. He's retired, I think. I bet he is still welding a little. Who knows? That boy can weld up everything but a broken heart, dude.
Well, you got to have a machine to, a mill to mill it flat again.
Uh-huh. I diffuse it and get some of those thick washers.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I just build a profile, set this bad boy in there,
That's right.
put some plates over the top of on this side.
Yeah. New Mexico motor mount. Yep.
It ain't going nowhere, but
It ain't going
Scott built a muffler for Wendy. I'll never forget. That thing was about 10 inches long. That thing went all the way from the motor to the leading edge of the wing and
there's
had a little.
a picture of that airplane on Facebook right now.
Yeah. That
Looks like
was
it ought to be it's huge.
But they polished the fool out of that thing. It was gorgeous.
It was shiny. It was chrome.
It was chrome looking. When he'd get through flying, the first thing he did was grab a rag and wipe that thing down. That's the first thing he wiped down was that darn muffler. He didn't want that thing to tarnish.
You got your wing built for your Madman, Phil?
Yeah, it's hanging downstairs.
Getting that gear in it was kind of a hassle. The plans don't show how to do that very good.
No, that plans I have were not very.
No.
Not really what I'd call adequate, but
it doesn't even show you on the tip where you should put a brace. I'm going to put like a Nobler, put 145 and out there just to make the tip stronger.
Mm-hmm.
You get an idea, Joe, how much fuel this thing will take?
Well, I burned my 67 on that Blue Max with the rear. That'll take 6 ounces. I burned 5 in it for the FAI pattern. But I'm running under 7 minutes doing it. Yes. And I don't know. I never run that's a 65.
Yeah. I
never ran one of those. I got one, but I've never ran it with the prop. I'm probably going to put a wood prop on my airplane, a 12.5 or 12.6 rev up wood on mine.
Well,
let me know how that works because I've always been told those motors don't like to turn slow. They like to wind. I have no idea.
What?
I don't know, Joe. That's what I was told, but I have never run one, so I don't know. I went tune pipe for about 3 years, and then I went back to mufflers because the pipe was I just got tired of burning stuff up, and I got really tired of $50 propellers, $50-$60 propellers, and tearing them up.
Well, I know that thing will probably swing a 16.45 rev up.
I bet it will.
The trouble with them big props, you can't turn corners with them. There's too much going on out there in front.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You have a lot of ground clearance issues too.
Yeah.
Because my PA 75, I ran a 15.45 on it.
Richard built a SV11 wing and tail, put his own fuselage with 10-inch, 17-inch tail feathers profile, and put a Cascade 61, and end up using one of them stupid 12 5.5 Thunder Tigers or something like that. I don't know what it is. The big Thunder Tiger prop, and it runs stupid good and flies stupid good. You can build a profile that'll fly. You just got to build it stiff and get it to it. It doesn't vibrate the engine to death.
That's what I'm thinking about trying to build an electric one. And there's no vibration. I think it should work a lot better.
Yeah. Can't argue that.
Well, I lost my good profile at Huntersville. Boy, that was sad.
I remember that. That was sickening. Bam!
Yeah.
That asphalt is not forgiving.
Dummy me forgetting to tighten that ball link up on the elevator.
You could just take a Juno fuselage and build you a 1/2-inch wide fuselage with it, geodetic fuselage, and
I got the wing already for it. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, just do your Juno. You like that shape? It'll fly plenty good. But I'd recommend building that fuselage. Have you ever seen how Hutchison he built his fuselages?
No, but I saw how Pete Klepsick built his. It's 3/4 of an inch wide. I think that's legal.
At the front it is, but the back is use 1/2 inch plus 1/16 each side. So use 3/4 inch back there too. But on the
It's
nose,
5/8.
you get the doublers. Yeah.
1/2 inch plus 16.
Yeah, you're
is
right.
5/8. Yeah.
It can be whatever you want back to the flap, to the end of the flaps. But from the flap, no, it's flap hinge line, but from the flaps hinge line back, it's 3/4 inch maximum.
I don't-
It'll be
I think it's 1 inch maximum at the leading edge.
No, it's more than that. It has to be. Because these planes that have a big 1/2 inch fuselage and then a 1/2 inch cheek cowl, and they got 2 1/8 inch pieces of plywood in there, and then they got the piece over here on the motor side to help absorb vibration. I know that darn thing was 1.25 inches wide.
the cheek cow. They don't count that really, but yes, a lot. You put a T, and if you use a piece of wood, plywood, 1/8 inch, and you cut a T out of it, and you put that T forward in the fuselage and put the T in the wing, Sparky, and make all that solid. You got a T back there sitting in that wing. That helps your vibration issues too.
I don't think anybody's going to complain about it when you get to a contest. Oh, that fuselage is too wide for profile.
Yeah, here's your entry feedback. They
Yeah.
want entry feedback.
right. Yeah, right. Good luck with that.
Hutch's airplanes are 1/2 frame, 1/16 covered the whole thing. And then usually there's another 1/8 inch each side, like for a cowling of a chipmunk or something, or a radial. He puts 1/8 inch in it. There's no hardwood in his front ends. It's all balsa. He used hard balsa skins.
Technically,
It's
Technically, if I got that little humbug for competition use and profile, let me show you that again real quick. That thing's got a 1/4 inch fuselage.
Joe, it didn't make sense that Don used the balsa, but then he recommends putting weight in the nose before you cover it up.
I think it's
argue for a second.
Vibration, Ed, is our reason, I think.
Okay, now you see that airplane? It's got a 1/4 inch, of course it's electric. It's got a 1/4 inch fuselage, but it's got those outriggers like Bob used and their profile as well. Would that qualify for profile?
I would think so.
Sure, why not?
Well, then you could build a
I got the
fuselage.
rule. I
You
got
build
the
a fuselage.
rule up if you want me to share it.
Yeah. What's the rules?
Pretty sure it's 1 inch max at the nose.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Make it bigger or read it.
That's fine.
Yeah, read it.
The fuselage of profile model resembles that of a conventional airplane in the side or profile view and appears as a thin, flat sheet in the plan or top view. When a conventional single-cylinder internal combustion engine is used, the engine shall be completely exposed from the center line of the crankshaft to the top of the cylinder head. When viewed perpendicular, these rules are amazing. When viewed perpendicular to both crankshaft center line and the cylinder center line. In the case of internal combustion engine with multiple cylinders, I don't think we need to worry about that. No fairing may be added to the engine, which violates the completely exposed requirement of the previous sentences. And the engine cylinder shall not be contoured to present a streamlined cross section to the airflow. Additional reinforcements such as plywood nose doublers and cheek cowls or fairings are permitted within the width limits defined in the accompanying table. That table is here.
Yeah.
And I don't see aerobatics in that table.
So we need to come up with our own set of official, unofficial profile.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen it somewhere, but it doesn't look like you're in the right.
Well, this is control line general, and there's nothing in control line precision aerobatics. But there's all kinds of other books.
Well, in our case, it's an unofficial event anyway.
Right.
Inverted or upright
So-
engine installation. Engine master.
And as AMA said,
Wow.
if you want to run something and change the rules, which there are none, all you have to do is put it on the flyer when you send it out, what the exceptions to the rules are, and then you
Right.
can run it that way.
Terminating at the
Absolutely.
angle of at least 45-degree launch inclination. Wow.
But according to
Nacelles. Hey, nacelles is used on multi-engine models are subject to the requirements of this definition. So, I mean, you know, that'd be same thing as a nacelle or a
and they don't talk about
P38.
yeah, they don't talk about electric at all.
No,
It
So,
wasn't
there
around back
probably was
then.
no electric when this was written.
all right,
It's interesting. It talked about the side view must look like an airplane.
right.
There's nothing on that table that says how thick the fuselage can be at the leading edge or trailing edge.
Not for aerobatics.
Well,
I
what does that
remember-
say there for
Proto-
that?
Scale racing, slow combat, carrier.
What I would recommend is if you're going to go to a contest that has profile, call up the event director and ask him if they have any special rules about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing something where you're at, Steve, because I had trouble finding it. And that, where it talked about it.
Yeah, everything appears
Yeah, it's
blind.
below,
No.
yeah, it was below that. Yeah, you've gone too far up. It was below that. Go a little bit farther down past that.
Records. Up. There's speed. Yep.
Yeah, that's speed
Uh-huh.
and the carrier.
Carry on. Launching, wheels, propellers.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
So back to that table,
How about that?
it showed,
Scale 1 inch.
Well, since we're going to be running profile at the Nationals on an unofficial, like on Sunday, we better come up with a set of rules.
I agree.
There is going to be profile this year.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Aren't you
There
on
is going to be a
Facebook?
profile event this year.
They're going
Yeah,
to
they
be.
year?
took away N30.
Yep. We're going to do away with N30 and put in profile.
I
Why
know
are they doing away
scale.
with N30?
Because they're not
Just
getting.
got to get.
There's
Not enough entries and manpower.
4 entries.
I know the scale book talks
I
about
just built an
fuselage width.
N30. Oh well. Anyway.
Now, that's not
Okay.
official yet. In fact, I think John Hill has a poll or something up on Facebook.
Well, that's a good place for it. People who don't even live in the country.
I think somebody was supposed to put, Bob, wasn't somebody supposed to put it on Stunt Hangar?
I think there's a stun hanger something right now.
He already did put a thing in there about the meeting that was had, and
I think so too.
and the other thing they're discussing, and I don't think it's going to happen for this year, but because it's got enough on our plate. But the other, because I was invited to be in that meeting, and the one thing that I wanted to see, and we're going to talk about it more seriously, is making classic, old time, and intermediate official events. So our footprint at the Nationals appears larger to AMA. We get more people.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Now that's all predicated on how much it's going to cost extra for the contestants to enter, because we don't want to put a hardship on people who come for just one day. So we're going to talk to AMA and see what we can do. And the other thing that came out of that meeting, I made a suggestion. I think you guys are going to like this. You know how long it takes at appearance point judging to get through that line? You got a line that's 150 feet long or more, and it takes an hour or better to check all the airplanes in.
Yeah.
And people are worried because they're standing there getting fatigued and they're holding beautiful airplanes. They don't want to get somebody walk by and knock a rudder off, or in my case, twin rudders. So my suggestion was simply put 2 tables inside the door, 2 weighing machines, and you were on that meeting, right, Steve?
Yeah, I volunteered to be on that weigh-in.
And that way you could have the time it takes to get the airplane set on the floor.
Yeah. I think it'd speed things up a lot.
Yeah.
Brilliant idea.
You just get to the door, whichever one is open, you go to.
Right.
Me.
Could put 4 tables in there and cut it down to 15 minutes.
Well,
Now you got manpower issue again.
yeah, manpower and scale issues. The other thing they were talking about is, and this is something I wholeheartedly agree with. I'm sure I'm going to get some pushback from a lot of people. I was the one that came up with the name Super 70s years ago, and they use it at I think VSC. But I always thought that we should limit it to the 70s. There were enough airplanes designed in the 70s, and when you get past the 70s, they get to be like modern airplanes.
Right.
So have that event, which was formerly NOS 30, make it Super 70s, because beyond that, you might as well be flying modern airplanes.
Yeah, I think I agree. I agree with that.
I 100% do. When you can go get a P-8 airplane and fly it against something that's not.
Yeah,
Right.
the 11.
So then,
Yeah,
then you won't have any of those character-filled airplanes from the 70s, the stilettos and that weird airplane, that weird airplane without a rudder and all those airplanes. You won't have those in there. And there
I
was
guess the issue there would be to make sure that someone who knows compile a list.
Oh, that's
because there will be a limited number.
That won't be a problem. It'd be a limited number, but it won't be as small as you think, because we're gonna. My suggestion would be to do it like we do classic, not old
Classic.
In classic, I was the one that proposed that rule to cut it off at midnight, December 31st, 1969. And the rule that I submitted was not actually what was voted on. I said designed, built, and flown prior to midnight, December 31st, 1969. They approved it, but they put one word in that changed the meaning of everything. Designed, built, or flown.
Or published.
So you could design it.
Not even published.
You
it's
could
just
design
or
it
flown.
be published. You can design it. You can design it in 69 and build it in 70 and fly it in 72, and it's still classic legal because it was designed in 69.
One little word.
I would
You're right on your part, Bob.
I would like to see that word changed.
Yeah.
And it needs to be that as built, no construction changes, no center wings, no vortex generators, no chiggers on nothing. Build it just like they did. If it had 3-inch offset, build the 3-inch offset.
Yeah, I got no problem.
I'm getting picky now. I'm getting picky on them.
You're kind of getting into and power with McCoy 40.
Yeah. What about electric? You gonna exclude electric?
No, you can't.
Yes, we should, but it's too late.
It's getting harder and harder to find those period accurate engines.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. How many McCoy 40s you think are out there? I got.
Yeah, you have, but the average guy is not going to be able to find one. And
I've got a bunch of 35s, but I don't have a 140 in the whole bunch.
Well, we're not gonna write the rules tonight.
Do it anyhow.
No.
The cat's out of the bag.
We're not going to write the rules tonight. They already allow electric at old time and classic. I think they're going to allow
It's not going to change.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Super 70s.
Yeah. You're right. That cat's out of the bag.
That cat's out of the bag.
I tell you what, when I went to the first contest and saw Dennis Adamson flying an All-American senior that was electrified, I honestly didn't know what the heck to think. And then I watched it fly and I thought, well, that's going to change everything.
Well,
I think we're making much ado about nothing.
I agree.
You can't.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's getting to the point where you can't find. The guys are talking
Nobody
about
wants
having
to build
problems finding
anything.
glow plugs. They're having trouble finding good propellers. I mean, and the motors are getting hard to find.
And what's that substance that's in glow plugs?
Fuel?
No, in glow plugs.
The iridium.
Iridium.
That's it.
That just went up 100%. This I think was last week.
Oh God, it was already $1,000.
Gone up like 100. I think it was somebody who told me it was 138% went up.
Golly, it already went from like $30 a spool to
you know who it was? It
over
was,
300.
Dave Gerke called me. We talked for about an hour, and he was the one because he's really big into engines, and he told me about that it's gone up, like 130%. So glow
I mean,
plugs
the
are going to
glow
be like
heads will double again. They're already
glow
20
plugs will be
bucks.
$30.
Wow.
There's too few of us to fuss over it.
Yeah, I think it's important. My way of looking at it, it's important to keep those character-filled designs in the air. I don't care if it's glow, electric, steam, nuclear, or two chipmunks on a turntable spinning the prop. Let's keep those character-filled airplanes in the air.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
Not that many of them flying anyhow.
And technically, electric has been around since like the 40s. There were electric control line airplanes. Now, they weren't competitive and they wouldn't do the pattern, but there were electric airplanes being flown in control line back in the 40s.
I don't know about the 40s, but I remember the 60s, and we had them back then. Of course, you carried the batteries in the thing in your hand and went out and flew it. But
yeah, they had them back as early as the late 40s. So, and you could say, well, they didn't have the performance that the modern ones does. Well, neither do the Shirley motors have far more performance than the old loop scavenge engines we used to use. So, that argument doesn't hold water either.
no, when you take an OS 25 and put it in a plane that was built for a Fox 35, and you have to put in an extra head gasket and tame the thing down.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of improvements in motors.
Yes, there has. So, and we don't want to make it so that you restrict people from flying. You want to get as many people out there flying these airplanes as possible. It's good. There's still not going to be a lot of people, but
no. Not a lot of people want to build their own planes anymore. Everybody, it's a cash society. Let's go to a hobby shop and buy a plane. We're having problems now with guys at the park, and they go to the hobby shop and they buy an airplane, come out to the park and bind and fly it to a transmitter they just bought from the hobby shop. Come out there and they fly right over top of us while we're flying, then come over and cuss at us because you nearly hit my airplane. Hey, baby, we're tethered. You hit us. You're the one that's going to pay the price.
I want to see I want to see the guy that comes over to you and gives you a hard time. I've seen the Bill Billy. I want to see the guy that comes over and gives you a hard time.
Well, they gave Tony Onimus, and he's as big as I am. Tried to give him a hard time. Of course, then Buddy.
Why didn't he bend his beak? It had stopped right there.
Buddy went over and joined Tony, and the other guys kind of disappeared. I was trying to get through flying, but anyway.
I don't think I want to mess with you.
I'm not that bad anymore. At my age, anyway.
Yeah, but looking at you, you don't know that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I had my day, Bob.
You have to be a character.
Well, it's my best days are in the rear view window nowadays, but just the same.
Yeah, that's a common problem.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find a way to tilt this thing so I can show this technique.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see what I can do here. What do you think, Sparky? I can't. I want to get to about there. I got to get a little something else here. Hold on.
You know, the one thing about Bob's shop that has always impressed me, but I've always thought that's got to be a joke.
What's that?
You are so high tech with so many things. It just floors me to see bricks.
It's funny. Howard came in here some years ago. He came visiting his wife's family down near Washington, and he came up for a day. And Dane Pappas came over. We had dinner and everything. And he walked in the shop, and I had a whole bunch of stuff out here I wanted to show him that I was working on, molded stuff and wings and all kinds of stuff. He walks in the shop. He walks right over to the foam bricks. And he says, foam bricks, brilliant. And all he could talk about all day long was the foam bricks.
How about that?
That's all he could talk about.
Does anybody wonder why Bob has back problems? Look at those bricks.
Yeah, really.
That's it.
What you can't see is on the other side here.
Good to hear you.
You can't see that
Dennis.
there's a whole bunch of
oh geez.
Oh my
blocks.
Those are blocks.
and then metal bars.
Yeah, I remember those back in the 70s, seeing pictures of those.
So anyway, all right. Can we
remember when Wendy did videos and he locked up a foam wing and he showed us how to sheet a foam wing, and he did it with ended up putting gallons of fuel on top of it. And the next day's video, you plugged in the next video and you found out that night one of those gallons leaked and destroyed the wing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You want to hear a funny fuel?
He said from now on we're using water in the jugs.
Want to hear a funny, this is a true story. Billy Warwood's story. He forgot his stooge one day.
Oh,
and he decided he had a full can of fuel. He decided to put the can of fuel in front of the outside stabilizer, start the engine, go out to the airplane, and then pull the airplane towards him until the stab cleared the fuel bottle and went off. Well, Billy flies a lot. So can you extrapolate what happened?
Yeah.
The fuel got light.
Can got lighter.
It got lighter and lighter. And all of a sudden he's walking out there and he hears the engine unload. The airplane's traveling across the field.
Oh no.
I did that when I was a kid and I lost airplane because of it.
Yeah. I see all the gallery things at the bottom here. Can you see my workbench in here?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Because I can't see it. But
click on your screen, right click it and spotlight it. It's spotlighted for everyone.
How do I do? I'm on an iPad, so I don't know how to.
Joe, tell him how to do it.
I don't know how to spotlight it. What do you want to do? Make it big?
Yeah, he wants to make himself big so he can monitor what he's doing.
Is it possible that it's not not filling the frame properly?
I think I got it. I got it.
Good.
All right.
Good.
All right. Now, there we go. Now you can see the bench.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can see right up to where your hands are.
Okay. Now, I'm going to get started on this. We're going to take, in this case, 4-inch wide, 1/16 inch balsa. Now, I've already trimmed this, edge trimmed it, and sanded it. But I don't know if you guys know how I do the sanding. I'll show you real quick. I put a board on the bench, and I put one of these permagrit 24-inch bars, which is tungsten, against there. I use a sanding block as a pusher. Let's see if I can get this little, and I push it up against the permagrit, and that edge sands the balsa square to the table.
How about that?
But this has been pre-trimmed. I cut off about 32nd of an inch off each side. Okay, so I got my skins all done. And I've already put the leading edge cap onto the foam core. Now this is the wing that has flaps integral to the wing. All right. And you can see that the leading edge cap has already been attached. I mold it and then I put it into its cradle and weight it down and let that cure overnight. And then to make sure that that cap is straight, the edge of it is straight, to accept the balsa, I take one of these long Great Plains bars and I stand against the, make sure it's dead straight. All right, do that top and bottom. Then I get a roll of, I have a masking tape dispenser here. One of these. Now I'll take a piece of wood that I want to use. And I look at the wood and see if it has any blemishes or anything in it. And if there's blemish in it, I put it on the bottom. So this has got some blemishes in it. I don't know if you can see them or not. Not bad, but I like the wings to look nice and clean. So I put the cleanest wood on top. And I'll put it up against the cap. And I'll tape it tight against the cap. Okay. I'm going to take a C3 ruler and a number 11 blade, and I measure out a 1/4 inch from the end of the wing, and I leave a 1/4 inch sticking out. You get that. Do that on both ends. And then you weigh the next. What I've done too is, if you notice here, if you can see it, I've marked where the center of the hinge line is going to be on the flap, because I want the seam of the wood to go down there. Now you want in this case, the balsa wood grain is going to run parallel to the leading edge on the wing. But when I get back to the flap, I want it to run parallel to the leading edge of the flap. So I'm going to change the direction of the wood grain so it doesn't run across the flap at an angle and a bias, because that'll warp. You want the grain running straight out the flap. So you got to do the first section, glue it up, and then, you know, trim it, and then put the flap section on. So we're just going to do the wing section right now. So I got that in place, and you'll lay your next piece of balsa wood against that one. Pull it in tight. I'm going to trim this edge. The root edge I'm going to trim. I'm not going to trim the other edge, and I'll show you why. Now I'm going to take a straight edge. No, first thing I'm going to do is measure back. If you notice the sheeting now goes back over the flap at the tip. And you don't want that. So you're going to measure how far back from that first piece of sheeting to the center line of the hinge line, which is in this case 1 7/8 inches. So now I mark that. I'll show this when I get it done. 1 7/8. Put a line there. You can see that line. Now I'm going to take and put a straight edge underneath there. I have a platen to cut against. And I can see where the hinge line is on both ends of the wing. I'll take another straight edge, connect those two dots. And trim that piece off.
I want to get X-Acto blades where Bob gets his.
I buy them several hundred at a time, and I get scalpel blades, 1,000 at a clip. All right, so now I have this excess piece left, right? And you can see that I still need to put a piece in here. So this piece now will fit in here. We'll leave it oversized till after it's glued. Then we'll trim it. Okay, so now we have the whole wing sheeting indexed, right? So now we mark it. This will be the top right. I'm going to put a TR on here, so later on I know. Then I take and detape it from the leading edge cap. There's your skin. Okay. Now I can take the wing and set it aside. Now we have it drawn tight at the top here, but I want to glue from the bottom. But what I want to do is put a piece of tape full length over these seams. In order to do that, I need to tape the bottom together temporarily, pull it really tight together, all the seams on the bottom, about every 6 inches, put a piece of tape, pulling those seams together very tight.
Which is, oh, okay.
The bottom, this is the bottom of the skin, the side that goes towards the core. And make sure that there's no gap. And you do that on the back piece too. Now I turn the wing over and take off the tape that I used to put the skins together when I was indexing it. Okay, and then I put a little pen mark just to make sure I know where the seam is, right at the end. And then I take a long piece of masking tape and tape over the seams. I take that, run that down very tight and trim it. Do the same with the other one. And then you turn it over and I remove the tape that we used to hold them together tight. A lot of tape being used, but I get my tape from a place called Tape Jungle. And I get the 3/4 inch wide. And I feel it's better for model building than it's cheaper certainly, than getting the Scotch brand tape. You can buy a whole case of this stuff for about $40. You get a case of 36 rolls of Scotch tape. It's going to cost you like $100 or more. All right, so now you can see we can bend those things, 10 peak them. So I'm going to put another piece of tape just to hold the back one together right now. Now I got to load up my handy dandy, if I can find it. I got a little thing here called a Microjet 412. And this is a little syringe. Right? And you can buy these 50 at a clip for about $1 a piece. Go online and just look up Microjet 412. But now what I'm going to do is take some weights. I'll put a weight at the back. I'm going to 10 peak the piece. So now I have a V there. I'm going to get a few pieces of paper towel ready. I'm going to fill up the Microjet with Type Bond 3. Don't need a whole lot. And you got to be careful now when you put it back in. They're going to have water, air coming out here. It's going to be air in the system. So you got to turn it over and push on it until all the air comes out. There you go. The air just came out. Now it's loaded, and you can pull to prevent it from dripping. You just pull back slightly on it, and it prevents it from coming out. All right. Now, carefully run a little bead in that V. Down, wipe off all the excess, and tape across the seam. Now we're going to do the one in the back. Wipe off all the excess. Tape across the seam. Now, there's one more step. Because even when you pull that tape tight on top, when you make that V, some glue could possibly go above the skin and get on the surface. All right? So we're going to pull back and double check and wipe as we go, pulling back the top, and tape the top too. Making sure there's no excess glue coming through when we just glued that V. That little pen peak thing. So real glue on this, so it's really coming along good. Okay, now you can trim that excess piece we put on, that little filler piece at the back. And using the angle at the end of the skin as your guide. Trim that piece off. And there's your skin. Let it dry. And then you're ready to sand it, or actually you're ready to put it back on the wing and index the last piece, the flat piece in, which is done the same way. And then you're ready to lightly sand it and then vacuum it and then cover your wing.
Well done.
And what do you glue it down with, Bob?
I use Z-epoxy finishing resin, and I mix it up and I pour a little bit on, and I use a little blue squeegee that I have one handy here, or better yet, a piece of 1/32 inch plywood. I'll get the piece out.
Years ago, I used M77 contact spray. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, contact spray is too heavy. Believe it or not, epoxy is like a third of the weight if you do it right. And on the edge of this, you can probably hear if I do this. Can you hear that?
Ridges.
There's ridges. I file about less than a 64th of an inch deep rivulet, ridges in there. And when I put the epoxy on and get it all spread around, then I start and I go chordwise, not span-wise. And the little indents here will leave little tiny faint rivulets of glue going chordwise, because you want to grid out the grain. The grain runs span-wise. You don't want the glue to run span-wise, because if you don't get enough in one place, the heat will hit it and maybe pop it up. We used to have that problem. So if you run this way, you're getting little rivulets, like little rows of rivets that will hold the wing down, and you'll never get a seam popping in the sun.
Will some glue come off and just wipe that off?
Oh, a tremendous amount. Yeah, you get
Yeah,
all
just wipe that off. Don't put it back.
You get it down to the point where you almost can't even see it. And then what you do is you put everything, you do both skins and tape them back to the you put some glue on the front edge, tape it back onto the cap, fold it back over the wing, put the wing in its cradle, put it on a flat bench, and put about 400 pounds on it. And it'll leave overnight. When you come back the next day, it's compressed so hard that it'll never come apart. You guys still there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, man.
Very, very interesting.
Those
Hence all the
microjet
bricks.
syringes can now be found in my Amazon store.
What's that?
I just put those microjet syringes in my Amazon store.
Yeah, they're really good. You can get them 50 at a clip or something, and they don't cost that much.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
What do you do with the glue that's left over in that syringe? You're doing it now. Never mind.
Doing it right now. Then I'll take it over to my sink and I'll force a whole bunch of water through it.
Yeah, I see.
And it gets it out. And I'll go do that right now so I don't mess up this syringe. And I'll be back.
Use it again and again and again.
And again and again.
That boy knows things. Y'all pay attention.
Stuart,
Yeah.
you hear me?
How's it going?
Got something to show you here.
Ah,
Oh my goodness.
Snoopy.
like I know.
Oh,
Why is it so damn out of focus?
You're in,
because you got your background blurred.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
so Look
I'll
at
blur
that.
your background and we can see it.
Looks familiar.
That looks sharp.
All right, hang on a second. See, oh, great. No, my picture went away.
I see you.
Anyhow, I saw Stuart was here. I had to run over and grab the airplane and everything like that. I wanted him to see that. So it's
Good.
been sitting there on my desk waiting to be used forever. So
I got a couple of them. I got to paint them up and get them in an airplane.
well, you got to put a real canopy on an airplane. So
I know exactly. Maybe I'll put them in a profile.
Oh,
Yeah.
who
actually, it's
this?
There's one clean microjet. Hey, Denny.
yeah.
How you doing, guy?
I got a question. Did anybody remember we talked about the cost of membership? And they upped the Canadian membership a lot. Did anybody at a meeting or where they discussed that or anything? Does anybody know? Okay.
Membership for what?
The AMA.
We got to charge you the tariff on it.
Yeah.
But be surprised at anything. I don't know if I've never heard of anything, any movement on that, but I don't have my finger on the pulse either. But
we'll check with him sometime.
yeah,
Check
you might know.
for you.
Phil Bailey, I had to come on since I heard you mentioning that damned electric All-American. So
Oh my gosh, that thing blew my mind.
The one that was a mean airplane that he shouldn't be allowed is that wing. It's so scary good it ought to be outlawed.
well,
That dang wing was so good.
that's the only thing that's the only thing that scares the ringmaster. So what the
Dang
hell?
right.
So
It trembles a little when it sees it.
yeah.
Well,
I
that wing is so impressive. It's as big as Denny is. And then he goes out there and flies it. And the miracle is when he goes overhead, it doesn't pull him off his feet.
Hmm.
But it's a good looking airplane.
I think
Well,
as big
actually,
as Danny Van
my
Jock's
brother-
flight streak.
Yeah, Joe flew it and he says, "Why is this damn thing pull so hard?" So I've actually been working on it some. So hopefully it's better.
I've got some Spectre lines for my ringmaster, so I ain't gonna be scared no more.
I guess not. So do you use 12 or 15s before?
12s.
Okay, so you won't see quite as big a difference, but still you can.
But
You'll see a difference in the weight of the line is what you really see.
They're 10,000s around. They're little bitty
Yeah.
birds. They're like
Yeah.
a string. It's got to take tip weight out and take some tail weight out. And I
Mhm.
might have to do some retrimming, but we're going to learn something.
Mhm.
It's sitting right over there.
Yeah, the problem I got is my ringmaster doesn't have a tip weight box.
No, it doesn't have tip weight, but I got play on the outside of it that I can take off.
No, well, I don't. I
Then you
didn't
put
do
weight on
that.
the other side.
Well, yeah, I could do that.
There's no other option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys.
Hey,
Well, would you look who's here? Jonathan is in the house.
Mhm.
Yeah, had a frustrating day, but I want to come back to the braided lines because you said something interesting, Joe. I'll come back to that. But I'm here. I've got a grandson here getting highly frustrated trying to put a flat back IKEA bookcase together. Oh God. It's like trying to, put a kit set together and you suddenly realize you glued the wing on upside down or something. You pull the whole bloody thing to bits again. Oh dear. But
Oh, geez.
no, Joe, what you were saying about the braided lines is interesting because a couple of weeks ago, I made a bunch of lines and I tried them out on various models and I kept planting them upside down in the mud. And it took me a while to figure out. And, I went back up there the other day and flew a couple and they were better. And I had stretched the lines and I'd sort of got used to them and matched the lines to the planes better and so on. But what you said about the balance and the wingtip weight, and it suddenly occurred to me when I got a couple of them upside down, they went all weird. And I thought, yeah, wingtip weight. As you say, with the braided lines, it's a different story altogether. The plane is kind of going, whoa, what have you done to me? Yeah. So
I think the hard plane's going to lose weight. Their plane's going to actually lose weight.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey guys,
So-
let me get to the chat here. We got quite a few people. I mean, this is the biggest chat I've ever had. Let's see, I'll start from Kevin Butler. Good evening. And then he asks if it's a control line plane, light given, all the normal stuff. I just watched a video on airplanes and that looks like fun. Kevin Butler, are you guys making your own planes or can you buy them from somewhere?
Yes.
These are all built. You can buy ARFs though, or ready to flies. Then he says, very helpful. Are these the only kind of airplanes you fly? Well, the only kind that I fly, but a lot of guys fly RC. Don't answer all at once, he says. I guess you guys don't want newcomers. Thanks anyway. So maybe we missed him.
Oh no.
Hi, Kevin. You can say bye, kits, or some folks scratch build. And I guess I'm the only one with questions. So maybe we kind of made him mad and he went away. I'm sorry.
Dude, there's
Thanks,
other
Wayne.
kind of airplanes too.
You didn't do anything wrong, Sparky.
No.
Hi, everyone. Light given from Wayne Rice. I'd like to learn to build from Kevin. One of my buddies that used to do it has passed away. That's Wayne. Sorry, problem, scratch build. I got to catch up here. I lost my building friend. How long have you been into airplanes? He's asking Wayne. So he says he's 71, so forever. Wow, that's awesome. They're talking back and forth between each other. And I wish I could do. Yep, let's see. Kevin, but I feel bad. I'm sure you're way better than I would be. I still sit down and learn something to build from skills from him. I was on a break for a long time to learn. I'm sure just the wings alone, we're got along with. Probably wouldn't be smart to use a damp cloth to wipe the glue off, Kevin says, but that's a question for Bob. I don't build that way too hard at this time. Do you still fly, Wayne? We got a long ways to go. I'm good on this. Have you flown any helicopters? No, we don't fly helicopters here. And he's still here. He says, hi, everyone. Okay, great. Sorry that it took so long to get to you, but there's a lot going on, and I can't see the chat on my screen, so I apologize.
That's right. About helicopters. Helicopters don't actually fly. They're just so ugly that the earth repels them.
Oh dear. The other day we were talking about pulse jets, and a couple of us down here, probably a lot of people around the world have seen the guy flying the pulse jet at the Rodak flying?
Yeah, it's Danny Banjock.
Yeah. I remember seeing it a couple of years ago, and one of us made some remark about, oh yeah, I got a pulse jet at home, haven't you?
Mikey Palpel flies one too.
Well, we can't see
That'd be pretty awesome, wouldn't it?
They fly them together in formation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Set fire to each other.
As if a Dynajet stunner by itself isn't sick enough. Two of them in a circle.
Oh, wow. Oh, God.
Playing chase.
I think we'd exceed our sound limit up there with one of them.
Oh, man.
Down in Taranaki.
You need an electric Dynajet.
What's that, sorry?
You need an electric Dynajet.
A ducted jet.
Oh, yeah.
Electric.
Yeah. But I think there's something pretty awesome about the sound of a pulse jet. I was going to say down the Taranaki, New Plymouth, Mount Taranaki, Mount Egmont area, if any of you know New Zealand, there's a strong club down there where the Robinsons come from, and they've got a good circle down there, concrete circle, and a good place up in the forest, up in the hills out the back. And they reckon on a calm morning, it's about 10K out of town, they can still hear the pulse jet screaming around and around down in the city. You know, from the suburbs of New Plymouth, they can hear this bloody thing from miles.
Saw you
They're about
saw you on
half as loud
Facebook.
as a top fuel dragster.
Yeah.
Jonathan, saw you on Facebook sitting in your chair at one of the contests.
Oh no, that would have been a club meeting. I was just we fly every weekend. We fly usually on a Sunday, and I fly out of my chair. I just do what I can now. I can't do the overhead stuff. I just lose it, even just sitting in my chair going around. If I go too high, I just about fall out of my chair. You know,
A lot of nice airplanes.
What did you see me flying? Was it the twin engine thing, or?
Well, no, it was there on the ground. You were sitting, and there was a bunch of airplanes that they showed.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, it was nice.
Gerald Wimmer took a video of me the other day of me flying that twin engine bomber, and he hasn't put it on the website yet, but I'd like to see that. That'd be quite neat to look at. I'll tell you what was awesome flying there. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Kevin had another question. He says, do the majority fly electric? I wasn't sure how to answer that, so I'll just toss it out.
I think he's real close.
And he's in Decatur, Illinois.
Mike Schmidt and Dennis Vandeker, if he's still alive.
No, Dennis passed away.
Dennis passed. So Decatur is close to where Mike Schmidt is.
Yeah.
And we need to put Kevin in touch with Mike. Maybe he can help him out.
Does anybody have a Pampa directory there?
I do.
Yeah. See if he can send it I'm sure Mike wouldn't mind. He's a really good guy. Send him his email and phone number via the direct chat to him.
Yeah, I don't think you can't direct chat to YouTube.
Oh,
I can't.
Well,
so what you need to do, Kevin, is become a member of Stunt Hangar. Go on and register.
Yeah. Then we can, and it doesn't cost you anything, and we can communicate better, easier.
Yep. I think that maybe Mark Romanowitz lives in that area too, if I'm not mistaken.
Do we know Troy Fisher? That doesn't sound familiar to me.
No.
Oh, the trouble with old age is you start to forget things. There was something one of you guys I caught on the video last week. I couldn't join in, but I was listening and I thought, I got to follow that up with a question, and I'm buggered if I can remember what it was now. It was something really interesting you guys were on about. I think you were on about it, Bob. I think it was you. I can't remember what it was. Might come to me.
Sounds really memorable.
Jonathan, I have a question for you. Jonathan, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I've seen video of you flying out of the chair. That looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried flying the pattern that was introduced at Brodak last year that avoids the overhead stuff? What do you call that, Denny? What do you
call 60?
You just called it the Senior Challenge, the Brodak Senior Challenge pattern. So.
No, it's the geezer pattern. Come on.
Yeah. I think I have I've got a sheet with that on it, I'm sure, in the back of the car. And from memory, you do a takeoff, you do a wing over, you do a loop, you do a square circle, and something else.
I think that was the beginner class pattern. We did we tried working on a pattern where we took basically the full F2B pattern, and any of the vertical or overhead maneuvers, tried to replace those with something else.
I'd like to see it.
We tried flying it at Brodak event last year, and I was hoping we'd have more participants than what we had, but people seem to be interested, but I've never heard of anybody else trying to duplicate it at their local events or anything like that. But the
No,
bottom line
you
is
get,
that you're not alone. There's a lot of us folks who are getting very, very, that's one of the things you lose as you get, shall we say, gentrified. And,
Yeah.
you start getting vertigo. You start having a hard time, looking up overhead without falling on your butt and stuff like that. And, so we have a lot of people who actually leave stop flying because they can't fly the full stunt
Yeah.
pattern anymore. And it's this terrible drain, to lose people who could otherwise be around. And so the idea was to try to come up with a pattern that got rid of all the vertical and overhead and replaced. And then hopefully we want to try to replace those with other maneuvers
Yes.
that are equally challenging, but
Yes.
without going overhead. I don't want to make it.
Yeah.
How about a bow tie? A laid down
We got a bow
hourglass.
tie. A bow tie
Yeah,
is one of
it's
the
on there.
events we added.
Oh, good.
We added a couple of them with side-by-side
on.
triangle loops, and it doesn't have a name, so it's hard to
Like a
tell
wand.
anybody, oh, you want to fly something that looks like this. What's it look like? Nothing. Oh. And so that was a hard push.
Is the first maneuver a top hat?
We had a top hat in there. Yeah. Top hat's top hat isn't hard to do, but it's hard to do well.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all cadence. Ding,
I
ding,
must have-
ding, ding. And if you miss it, you mess up anything, mess up a line, not vertical, not horizontal or stuff. You can go through it. You won't threaten your airplane, but it'll look like, oh crap. It'll look like a top hat that got knocked off somebody's head or something like that. But
Like a derby.
oh yeah. I think you need to lower the age to 70 though, instead of 75.
But just lie about your age.
Yeah, I think we ended up around 65 to try to get more people involved and stuff like that. And then, frankly, it was, let's see, what did we do? It was, and other people said if a 50-year-old come up to me and says, hey, I've got this thing with my neck or something, I can't look up, fly the damn thing. I'd rather err to the side of making, don't go win expert stunt and then come over and say you want to, fly this because you can't do it. All right. That's all I'd worry about. And I don't think we'd have that problem, but, but yeah, we tried another variation on it. Might actually be easier. I took the old time stunt pattern. It has a wing over and a vertical 8 and an overhead 8. And replace those with, instead of a top hat, a derby hat.
Yeah.
The top hat with rounds in it. And a 3-leaf clover, which can't be done at 45. It could be done at about 60 degrees. It's not too bad. And I forget, there was a third maneuver we put in there. But the idea was again to try, and we took those maneuvers because in a lot of the old time kits, you take a look at like the Gillows kits used to have like stunt patterns drawn on the side of the plane. Fly this is how you fly a round loop or a square loop. Here's a 3-leaf clover. All right, that's a maneuver right out of the old time era. And
when mirror meet.
The pioneers are trying to figure out what the hell can you do with a control line airplane when you hear stories about, people who won their first stunt contest because they were the only one who was able to fly upside down and stuff like that. I mean, that was an era before we had our
one thing
became precision aerobatics. So
one thing you could put in there, Denny, one maneuver you could put in that's really challenging, and you can do it two ways, is the cotter pin.
Yeah.
And then you can do the reverse cotter pin where you come down the long leg, do the little loop at the bottom and come back up.
Yeah. And the only reason we didn't have that in there is because it was
an airplane eater.
Well, it's an airplane eater, but it's also, a whole idea of trying to get maneuvers that we could do under at 45 degrees, 45 to 60 degrees. And a cotter pin at 90 degrees is a killer. So
I do them from 45 degrees.
Yeah.
Not with very many air.
Not with
very many.
Combat planes do it.
You can do it with any stunt ship.
You're talking about 80-year-olds that's lost their reflexes. They don't need to be flying combat ships. The goal's not to make them mad and run off.
Look at the old mirror meat pattern. You could probably glean a few maneuvers out of there.
Yeah, that was another good source. Well, and they did have a lot of their maneuvers were overhead, like the bolo wing over.
Bolo wing
I'll
over.
bet that was a blast to fly. So,
Oh my God! You talking about that? That's an airplane killer. The Bolo wing over is an airplane killer.
Yep.
It takes a good airplane to even do that.
takes a good airplane to do it. I can believe that. If you're not airplanes, if you're low on power or out of trim, you're not going to have a very good time. It's not going to be a very long maneuver. So,
or in a heavy wind.
Yeah.
It sounds like the sort of maneuver I did last weekend on by mistake.
Yeah.
I completely lost it at one stage. I don't know where the hell it went, around the back of me somewhere.
That's
That
called a
happens
figure
too.
9.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
But at any rate, yeah, they're.
Question for David Eiskens. Dave, did you get those files I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I
Bob.
did.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to pick through them all.
Hey, Bob.
So.
Well, I was at a comment on the vertigo stuff. I believe, and the severity of the vertigo would have a lot to do with this. I believe through repetition, some of that can change. Because for me, after 20-something years of not flying, I experienced it too. I couldn't even fly inverted. And through repetition and doing it over and over and over and over again, my body started to readjusting it. The only maneuver I have trouble with now is the wing over. I can do overheads, I can do all that, except for the wing over. I have a little bit of struggle with it. And I think I can. I'm hoping that I can get to a point with technique to be able to overcome that one too. I don't know though. And but I think medication is the primary reason that people our age struggle with the maneuvers. Is a lot has to do with the medications they take too, which really adds to the process. But it's very scary because for me, I was really excited.
Sparky was talking about this a while back. Inner ear issues. You start, as you age. I mean, nothing gets better as you age. All right. So,
it's
but
not
yeah,
get better,
start getting inner ear issues and stuff like that, and then your balance goes to hell on that. So.
Yeah.
Well, it does get better when you get the ability to avoid doing chores.
I haven't found that one yet. Chores.
Yeah. But when I fly out of my chair, what I do miss though is not being able to plant my feet and move, the footwork, the dance, how you need the dance to go, it's all in your footwork. It's like a lot of stuff.
Wait a minute. What do you mean about a dance?
Well, it's like, like you talk about the rhythm. You got to get there, when you go to do your overhead stuff, you plant your feet and you anchor yourself,
I agree with that, but you don't dance.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you anchor.
Yeah, you got to anchor yourself and be in the right position for the aircraft to come up and over and down and take, and you can't do that in the chair. It's much harder because you've got so many other dynamics happening. People say, oh, it's easy to fly out of the chair. Yes, it is. If you just want to sit there and fly around in circles, it's a piece of cake. But the minute you want to go the other way, or you've got to think about the timing, your body's going that way and your shoulders are moving that way and your legs are going somewhere else and your plane's up here and there's a lot of different things going on, but you can still, well, as I say, it might not be the full hog, but you can have the half hog, out of the chair. Never throw the handle away. I get an immense amount of fun just out of flying, even in a circle with a scale job, like the bomber or a semi-scale.
I flew last year at Brodak. I actually flew the pattern in a spinning chair. I'd never flown out of a chair before. Just flew a ringmaster. And you're right. It's a question. I was trying to figure out, just what are my feet doing here? Well, I need them, but when, and and I was surprised just flying the little electric ringmaster, Wayne Smith's airplane, not even my own. I could, by changing, moving my hand in front of me, I could go faster than the ringmaster or slower than the ringmaster or anything like that. The biggest problem is when you come around to doing a maneuver, you got to stop the chair. All right. So even if the airplane's pulling you around, you got to know when to put your feet down and then do it. But yeah, Ed Waskey, by the way, had brought a wonderful chair and other little things about it. There at Brodak, we were flying in a grass center on the circle. and Ed's chair had a nice, I think it was, that's a four-legged footprint on that chair, isn't it, Ed? I think. Was it 3 or 4? I think it's 4.
Oh, it's definitely, yeah, 4.
Yeah,
And
the
it's got
first
the
thing is that
height adjustment.
yeah, but I went and sat in it the first time. I thought, oh my God, this thing's leaning over, and then it's wobbling and stuff. So I wiggled it around a little, got it better. But it was, when the chair was offline, that
Yeah.
added another element to stuff, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, and
That must have been a couple of.
nothing I'm saying is insurmountable. It can all be had, but it's like, okay, let's go fly. Well, okay, if I knew I was going to do that, the first thing I'd have done is, sat in the chair, spun it around a few times to make sure everything was right. And I think we had done that on the side, Ed. We had figured out, got the thing was spinning, with like zero friction or anything like that.
Well, we lubed it up. We lubed it up where it fits into the socket, and yeah, you had to make sure it was level.
Yeah, but the leveling stage was something I hadn't been ready for. And it actually feels like going around. I actually felt like the chair was going to throw me if I let it, if I didn't settle it.
And all 4 legs are adjustable.
Yeah, but with 3 legs, of course, it would always center itself somewhere. It'd be, I think, still be more tippy, but it would center itself. With 4 legs, if one's a little long or short or something like it's like that table at the restaurant you always go to. You always has a package of sugar under one corner to keep it from rattling around.
This could be very entertaining. I think we should do this blindfolded.
Oh, Lord, no.
In what?
We should do this blindfolded.
Yeah.
Well, the next thing I've got to figure out, guys, is how to fly in the chair, get everything right, and then have my beer just sitting there on the left-hand side. So handle in one hand and the beer in the other.
No. What you do you get a hat, you get a modified hat. Start with a baseball hat like Bob's hat there. And then you strap your can of Fosters there, right?
Oh,
and you have a little straw down to your face, and everything's good.
Take care of the beer issues first, then learn how to fly.
It'd have been Dr. Tooheys for me.
I heard that real Aussies don't drink Fosters.
No, Foster's is crap.
Oh, well, wait a minute, Steve, point of order. We're talking to a Kiwi here. I have
that may have be a difference, yes.
Well, that
I'm sure he's not drinking Aussie beer. Whatever else, he's not drinking Aussie. But,
well, they make good beer and they serve it real cold. That's good too, but not Foster's.
I like the idea of the beer.
All right.
The idea of the beer and the chair and the blindfold. And then we're talking serious stunt.
Well, that beer hat will work pretty good until he does the overhead 8, right?
Yeah.
My only comment to all this,
I don't know who it was. There was that kid at Brodak one year flew an FAI combat airplane blindfolded. He had somebody there to keep him from wandering and everything like that, but he was ripping up the sky, just hanging on tight. He wasn't flying, square corners 5 feet off the ground or anything like that, but he was flying a pretty aggressive airplane and did a nice job with it. So
years ago, I flew an entire pattern blindfolded.
I've been accused of that.
You can feel the airplane. You can feel it. Of course, you keep it up high. You don't get too close.
Yeah.
But you can do the whole pattern blindfolded.
Well,
I'll tell you what, I'll come judge.
I was going to say, if the pilot is blindfolded, can the judge be as well?
Preferably.
Oh my gosh, Steve! Please, Steve. No straight lines. All right.
We'll go by sound.
Wait a minute. You mean
sound? We'll do it by sound.
Yeah, that's it.
You mean judges aren't blindfolded? You mean judges are not blindfolded?
Only one eye.
I'll tell you what. Next summer, I'll borrow one of John's Kukalik's airplane here, and I'll try a blindfolded sun pattern.
Now there's an event. Blindfolded beer hat stunt.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are definitely too many. Or you've had too many.
Too many guys that just land the airplane and drink the beer.
Hey guys, I got to leave here soon. John Miller, I sent you an email, so you should see it, hopefully. And then I got some information to you, Bob, on that willy-nilly stuff. So
Yeah, that was really neat. I'm gonna buy a couple of those motors. And what gauge wire can you hook those up with?
it was using a very small connector in
Yeah.
that, so it was nice and small. I was impressed.
But the
They
wire
were
itself,
like 1400, at 14 and 18 millimeter motors. I think they're probably 18 gauge wire anyway.
yeah,
That sounds about right. Yeah. So anyway, I got to go, guys.
Thanks for that, Ed.
Cheers, and that.
Take care, Ed.
Have a good thanks. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Happy
You
Thanksgiving.
too.
You too, Ed.
Indeed.
See you, mate.
So
That reminds me, where's our Canadian guy, Bob? I had the calendars up here and I had him on that. I've lost the damn thing. It's fallen down the back of the. Yeah, Bob in Canada. How is he? Has anyone heard from him lately or haven't seen him on here?
Lenny?
Lenny, you mean?
No,
Lenny?
No, Lenny's another one. I haven't
Oh,
seen
Bob,
him.
Bob,
Talking about Whitney, I think.
Whitney.
Bob Whitley, yeah, he had a heart operation and he's been on a couple of times. I've seen him.
I've talked to him since then, and he seems to be doing better, but I haven't seen much of him. He hasn't been on very much. I've tried to call him a couple of times, and I can't get anybody to answer, so I don't really know what's going on.
That's a shame. He'll probably come back. It's like a lot of things, life comes and goes and gets in the way and things happen.
Life gets in the way. I know he was going to have to requalify for his training license, and he was working on that, and he's working on a lot of things. Apparently, he's a very busy guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But when you have a major heart attack or heart problem, you lose your medical and you have to earn it back, and that's sometimes quite expensive and a lot of testing and stuff to do it.
Yes.
And so I don't know. I don't know how the Canadians, I understand, is as strict as ours, and in some ways more strict. So I don't really know. I know in the U.S. when you hit 65, you lose a lot of your licenses. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I better hit the road anyway. Everyone sort of left the room, I think, so I better get out of it so they can put this bookcase together and catch up with you guys next week. It's been great talking to you.
All right.
You take care of yourself.
Jonathan.
Be good.
Yeah, good to see you, Jonathan.
Good to see you,
Always good
Jonathan.
to
Take
see
care of
you guys.
yourself.
Always good to see you guys. Yep.
All
Take
right.
care. See you
See
later,
ya.
guys.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm going to close down the YouTube side. So any of you watching YouTube would like to continue watching this, you're going to have to come in from the Stunt Hangar side.
Okay.
So please, we're 89 subscribers away from 5,000. I'd like to hit 5,000 before the end of the year. So that's a tall order to get that many, but we've been doing pretty good with the shorts I've been shooting, getting 1 or 2 on each short.
Yeah.
So please like and subscribe and share the videos. And we'll see you on the next one, which will be, this is Friday. We do this Mondays and Fridays at 7 o'clock Central Time. So fair winds, tight lines. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got to bail out too. This is I was watching